3,100 crore rupees allocated from PM CARES Fund for ventilators, migrant laborers and vaccine development to fight COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Modi thanks generous donors to the PM CARES Fund. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to unveil the second tranche of 20 lakh crore stimulus package announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The multi-pronged Atmanirbhar Bharat package is to spur growth and help build a self-reliant India. Railways cancels all tickets till the 30th of June except for special trains and Shramik special trains. In special trains, cancellation charges will be waived off. No compulsion to cancel ticket 24 hours in advance. No RSA tickets to be issued. It will soon start issuing waitlisted tickets as well. However, waitlisted passengers will not be allowed to travel. Government proposes tentative guidelines for work from home for government offices, invites suggestions. Draft proposal revolves around moving files to e-office, a digital platform for file work during the lockdown prompted by COVID-19. Vande Bharat mission is on at full swing to bring home Indians stranded abroad in various countries. Second phase from the 16th to the 22nd of May to see 149 flights from 31 countries. Indian Railways operate services on 15 select routes. Shramik trains also continue plying. Active cases of COVID-19 in the country rise to 49,219. Over 26,000 people recover. 2,549 people have died. Total number of cases is 78,003. Over 43 lakh people infected globally by COVID-19. Over 2,97,000 dead. Namaskar, you're with the latest here on DD News and DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Well, the PM CARES Fund Trust yesterday decided to allocate 3,100 crore rupees for the fight against COVID-19 pandemic, and the amount will be used, among other things, to purchase ventilators and to care for migrant workers. Out of the total of 3,100 crore rupees, nearly 2,000 crore rupees will be earmarked for the purchase of Made in India ventilators and 1,000 crore rupees for the care of migrant laborers. Another 100 crores will be given to support coronavirus vaccine development efforts. Prime Minister Modi had announced the creation of PM's Citizen Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations Fund, that is PM CARES, where people can contribute to help the government fight against coronavirus and similar distressing situations. The trust was formed on the 27th of March and is headed by the Prime Minister himself. Now, for augmenting the infrastructure to tackle COVID-19 cases across the country, 50,000 Made in India ventilators will be purchased from PM CARES Fund at a cost of approximately 2,000 crore rupees. These ventilators will be provided to government-run COVID hospitals in all states and union territories for better treatment of critical COVID-19 cases. Several institutions of higher learning and defense establishments have pitched in to produce low-cost ventilators after the outbreak of the virus. For strengthening the existing measures being taken for the welfare of migrants and the poor, states and union territories will be given a lump sum assistance totaling to 1,000 crore rupees from PM CARES Fund. The amount would be provided to state governments and union territories for district collectors or municipal commissioners to strengthen the efforts to provide accommodation, food, medical treatment and transportation to migrants. To support the COVID-19 vaccine designers and developers, an amount of 100 crore rupees will also be given from PM CARES Fund as a helping hand to catalyze vaccine development. The 100 crore rupees will be utilized under the supervision of the Principal Scientific Advisor. Now, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be addressing a press conference later today at 4 p.m. This will be the second in line on the 20 lakh crore rupees Atmanirbhar Bharat package announced by Prime Minister Modi. Now, the apex body of public sector enterprises, SCOPE, that's a standing conference of public enterprises, welcomed the economic stimulus package of the government to spur economic growth of the country and build a self-reliant and resilient India. Atul Sopti, Director General Scope, while appreciating the commitment of the government, said that the trust given to various sectors through the economic stimulus would go a long way in bringing the economy back on the growth trajectory. He said that while the government continues its responsibility towards migrants and the poor, the financial and other measures to MSMEs would play a significant role in boosting Make in India initiative, thereby making the country self-reliant on varied aspects. The impetus to MSMEs shall play a special role for the public sector as PSEs make 25% of its procurements from the MSME sector. Scope also welcomed measures with respect to liquidity infusion in NBFCs, contractors and realty, along with the reduction of TDS as well as TCS rates, which would ensure increased liquidity in the hands of the common man, thereby making way for increased demand. Other prominent industrial representatives have also welcomed the financial package announced by the centre.
I thank the Prime Minister for his announcement of 20 lakh crore, that is 10% of our GDP. It's a very big one. Now coming to the announcement from the Finance Minister, I see that MSME has been taken care well, and the redefining of the MSME also is welcomed. It was a long pending due. The restriction of 200 crores global tender, this is also going to help the MSME, and it's a big foot towards Atmanirbhar, self-reliance.
Prime Minister announcement on 12th of May was indeed a very encouraging part of the discourse that we have been hearing from him over a period of time. I am confident that this will bring in a lot of positivity within the masses and also amongst the industries, and going forward we will look forward to more announcement from him in the future to revive the economy as well as the nation. Ms. Sitharaman's speech was indeed a detailed deliberation towards helping the industries, especially the MSME sector, whereby the content itself proved that the government is firmly behind the MSME and the industries, and they are going all out to support the industry in the longer run.
The series of measures announced by the Finance Minister are primarily on the liquidity boosting side of the policy prescription. Basically, whether it is collateral-free MSME loans, whether it is accelerated tax refunds, an equity infusion scheme, I think, and of course freeing up credit to the NBFCs. These are intended to provide more cash, but we now need to see measures to boost demand, and we also need to see structural reforms of a certain type and protection for the most vulnerable of the micro enterprises.
Now, the government has proposed tentative guidelines for work from home for government offices and also has invited suggestions. The DOPT has considered to frame work from home guidelines for its staff even in post-lockdown scenario. DOPT has asked for suggestions on work from home facility for 15 days a year for its officials and staff in future. The Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances has issued draft framework for discussion among ministries and departments on work from home. At present, all officials above the rank of Deputy Secretary are attending offices, while only 33% of officials and staff below their rank are working from home. E-office and virtual meetings through video conferencing facilities have been developed by National Informatics Centre, first of its kind of experience for government. As far as this exercise is concerned, ministries and departments have been asked to respond to the DARPG draft by the 21st of May. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said that the Congress party has always tried to save offenders like Nirav Modi or Mehul Choksi.
इस पार्टी ने हर प्रकार से, चाहे वो नीरव मोदी हो, चाहे वो मेहुल चोकसी हो, उनको बचाने की कोशिश की। अब जब वो गिरफ्तार हो गए हैं और उनके खिलाफ एक्स्ट्राडिशन प्रोसीडिंग चल रही है, तो कांग्रेस के एक मेंबर जो जज, रिटायर्ड जज हैं, वो डिफेंस में गवाही दे रहे हैं। जज ने बहुत कुछ केस किया है, बेस्ट बेकरी का भी केस किया है, बाकी भी केसेस किए हैं, उसकी चर्चा करने की जरूरत नहीं है। ये सबॉर्डिनेट जुडिशरी से आए। जैसा मैंने पहले बताया, रिटायरमेंट के 10 महीना पहले प्रशासनिक कारणों से इनको मुंबई हाईकोर्ट से इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ट्रांसफर किया गया था। ये बहुत ही भर्त्सना योग्य है और मेरा स्पष्ट आरोप है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी के इशारे पर नीरव मोदी को बचाने की कोशिश की जा रही है।
Now, under the government's Vande Bharat mission to bring back stranded Indians from abroad, 2 flights left Dhaka for India. The flight to Delhi carried 70 Indian nationals, while the flight to Chennai carried 169 stranded Indians. Here's a report from Dhaka by Prasar Bharati special correspondent Rajya.
Bharat mission to evacuate stranded Indians from abroad continued in Bangladesh for the 6th day. Today, 2 flights, one each to Delhi and to Chennai, operated from here.
Hi. So finally, we got an evacuation flight from Dhaka to Chennai. So we are going to fly soon.
Thanks for the High Commission of Dhaka,
Yes.
High Commission of India Dhaka, thanks for Government of India and thanks for Government of Tamil Nadu.
With the 2 flights operating on Thursday, a total of 7 flights have left Bangladesh since the operation began on 8th May.
The first evacuation flight to Chennai from Bangladesh is coming today. We thank the High Commission of India Dhaka, Government of India and Government of Tamil Nadu for taking the action and plan immediately and evacuating us. Thanks for everything.
The passengers being evacuated thanked the High Commission of India in Bangladesh and Government of India for their help in the process of evacuation.
And I have 2 colleagues from India, mother and a son, and they are also going to India. And if you can see that the whole airport is empty and people are maintaining the social distancing, and I think like the flight will fly at 11:20 and will reach. Kudos to Indian Embassy and kudos to the people who are working here. They have done a remarkable job day night. They have been working up till maybe the whole night to get these passengers on board on Bangladesh Air. So I am Ravi, and right now I am also one of the passengers in the same flight. Thanks a lot, many thanks, sincere thanks. Jai Hind.
Kavita Udawar and my son Rohan. We are going back to India. It is all because of the efforts of Indian Embassy. The people there, they have, woke up the whole night and have made this possible. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Rajesh Jha for AIR News and DD News, Dhaka.
Kuala Lumpur to Hyderabad Delhi flights are readying to bring stranded Indian nationals home. Local mission officials and health workers are screening the documents of each passenger. All through the flight, passengers will have to follow strict health protocols. And under Operation Samudra Setu of the Indian Navy for rescuing stranded Indians from Maldives, INS Jalashwa has arrived in the capital Male for embarkation of Indian citizens, which will commence tomorrow, that is the 15th of May. Indian Railways has decided to extend the suspension of all reserved tickets till the 30th of June and run the services of only special and Shramik trains. The announcement pertains to the cancellation of all reservations booked before the 30th of June, which was earlier till the 17th of May. It is also specified that train services have not been suspended. However, it is also clarified that all special and Shramik trains running since the 1st of May will run unhindered. The railways will refund 100% amount of the cancellation. Now, the Railways has been running several trains to take the migrant workers and labourers trapped in other states of the country to their home states. Indian Railways has decided to issue waiting list tickets from the 22nd of May for the special trains. Now, 50% fee will not be deducted on cancellation of tickets in special trains, and the obligation to cancel the ticket 24 hours in advance has also been removed. Railways have also fixed the waiting list limit in these trains. It has made a waiting list of 100 tickets for AC 3 tier, 50 for AC 2 tier and 100 for chair car and 20 for first class AC, also 20 for executive class and 200 tickets for sleeper class. For the journey starting from the 22nd of this month, changes will be made in the tickets booked from the 15th of May. Since the maximum period of reservation for special trains has been kept for 7 days, passengers will be able to book tickets for the waiting list from the 15th of May. There will be no RAC ticket in these trains. Now, as the state of Maharashtra is the worst hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, there were many people stranded in the state. A special train carrying passengers from Mumbai arrived in New Delhi railway station. Passengers were screened and sent for further health assessments after deboarding the train. Now, with the railways beginning its passenger services on the 12th of May for special trains between Delhi and major cities of the country, the special passenger train from New Delhi-Dibrugarh Rajdhani Express reached Dibrugarh in the morning. Passengers have deboarded the train and have been taken for medical examination before leaving for their intended destinations. A special train carrying passengers from Delhi arrived at Sabarmati Junction railway station today. Passengers were seen following the norms of social distancing even while coming out of the station. After they came out of the gate, they were properly sanitized. New Delhi Jammu special train reached Jammu railway station today at around 6 in the morning with over 1,000 people on board. Special sample collection kiosks were established at the station for 100% testing of passengers. District-wise, reception areas were established for the passengers before being sent to their respective home districts in buses. The special Rajdhani Express train, which had left New Delhi last evening, was in addition to the 3 Shramik trains from Bengaluru, Goa and New Delhi, which had reached Udhampur railway station since Monday morning, carrying stranded residents of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Now, according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare's latest update on the COVID-19 cases in the country, the total number of confirmed cases in India is 78,103, out of which 49,219 are active at the moment. While 26,234 persons have recovered from the illness so far, 2,549 people have lost their lives. Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narwane has said that a new Kashmiri terror group, the Resistance Front or TRF, should be called Terror Revival Front, and that it is being supported by proxies from across the border.
I would rather call it Terror Revival Front, because that's all it is. It is another terrorist organization by another name. There should be no doubt about that whatsoever, and this is a terrorist organization supported by its proxies from across the border, and we have no doubt that they have got foreign support. And over the years, a number of terrorist organizations have come up with different names, but that's what they are, terrorist organizations, and they will be dealt with appropriately.
More than 43 lakh people have been infected by the novel coronavirus globally, and over 2,96,000 people have died worldwide. The US currently accounts for the highest number of coronavirus deaths in the world at more than 84,059, followed by the UK in the second place with more than 33,000 fatalities. Other countries with over 20,000 deaths are Italy with over 31,106, Spain with more than 27,104 and France with over 27,077 deaths. Now, for the past months, the COVID-19 pandemic has gripped the entire world. Governments around the world are struggling with the question of how to reopen their economies while still containing the virus, which has infected over 4.29 million people across the world and has led to over 2,90,000 deaths. The head of the World Health Organization Emergencies Program, Dr. Michael Ryan, has said that the novel coronavirus may become another endemic virus in our communities. And with that, the virus may never go away. Despite tentative steps in many countries for restarting normal life, the world has a long way to go to bring the pandemic under control.
This virus may become just another endemic virus in our communities, and this virus may never go away. There is no formal system of de-escalating this other than for WHO to change its national, global and regional risk assessments. We do have one great hope. If we do find a highly effective vaccine that we can distribute to everyone who needs it in the world, we may have a shot at eliminating this virus.
In the U.S., stay-at-home orders in the District of Columbia have been extended till the 8th of June. The order intended to stop the spread of novel coronavirus was scheduled to end on the 15th of May. Columbia's Mayor Muriel Bowser left open the possibility that the U.S. Capitol could reopen sooner if it hit certain metrics, including a declining number of cases over 14 days and sustained low transmission rate. Washington has so far reported more than 900 deaths from COVID-19, while the total death toll of the U.S. has surpassed 84,050 with 13,89,900 cases of infection. California has returned to beaches in Los Angeles County after the governor announced relaxations and allowed to reopen beaches for the first time since March. California has so far witnessed more than 2,930 deaths from COVID-19. Now, the UK government has outlined plans to restart the housing market as part of its campaign to ease the COVID-19 lockdown and to stimulate the economy. UK Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick has said that building sites will be able to extend their hours. Buyers and renters in England will be able to move house again under plans set out by the government to restart a real estate market frozen due to the virus lockdown restrictions. Estate agents can open and in-person viewings will be allowed if people follow the guidelines, although these should be carried out online in the first instance. Argentina's Senate went online as senators returned to lawmaking via video conferencing. For the first time in the country's history, majority of the lawmakers were connected online with proceedings led by Vice President Cristina Fernandez. Argentina has registered more than 6,870 COVID-19 cases with over 329 fatalities. That's all we have for the moment in this edition of Midday News. For all the latest, stay tuned to DD News and DD India. Up next is your show, that is Dr. Speak, where you can raise all your queries related to, that is health-related queries related to the COVID-19 pandemic, the outbreak, also the lockdown.